Somebody's taken a frying pan and smashed it straight in the face, and it's just like a flat nose, literally just there, bang, it just drops off. Welcome back, guys, to another video, and what we've got for you today is something not so performance, but it is a quirky, funky and a very popular car. So, and to be fair, personally, I've been after one of these. I've been wanting to buy one of these for a little while, but yeah, I've actually, the car is actually behind me. It might be difficult to believe because you probably can't see it from here, but it is a rear-engined, rear-wheel drive car. So there you go, we have a rear-engined, rear-wheel drive car on the channel, and it's nothing more than a smart car. It is a smart Fortwo. It's a newer shape one. It's a 2016 car, and yeah, don't ask me why. You know, it's one of them cars that sometimes you just want to try a car, but then you're in and ahhing as to whether or not you should. But yeah, that's the smart car has been one of them cars I've been wanting to try for a while. So I thought, yeah, why not? Let's just give it a shout, give it a shot even, and then see what happens. But yeah, so we've got the smart Fortwo in today's video. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Performance Lifestyles. Check us out on Instagram, performance_lifestyles, and Facebook as well, Performance Lifestyles. And if you'd like your car featured, drop us an email, pflifestyle@hotmail.com, and we will be more than happy to accommodate. But yeah, for today, we've got this funky little smart car. Honestly, check it out. Just watch this video. They are quite surprisingly surprising, should I say. They're a very good car, and we'll go through that in the rest of this video. So check this video out, guys. We'll catch you outside the car. So there it is, the smart Fortwo. It's a 2016, and I'm gonna have to go quite close actually, just so you can catch. Wait for the train to pass. Yeah, so here it is, the smart Fortwo. It's a 2016 car, so it's the newer shape one. The older shape ones, I believe, that is the original one that I wanted, about 2010, 11, and I looked at them and I thought, no, try one of these. So I've had this for a little while now, and I've got my use out of it. It was literally just a runabout car around town, get to work and back, and the rest of it. And yes, it served its purpose. And like I said, they are quite a surprising little car. It is only a two-seater because it's the Fortwo, but when you look at this thing, most of that side on the car, most of the side of the car is the door, because they are 2 meters in length. And now, just in comparison, we did a GLE 63S on the channel, so do check that video, and that car was 5 meters long. And this is, you know, you could fit 2.5 smart cars in the same length as that GLE. But surprisingly, these are still quite a roomy sort of car. And now, with this being the newer shape one, you get slightly wider. I believe it is about 11 centimeters wider than the previous one. The previous one, the original smart car, wasn't as wide as this. This one actually does look like somebody's taken a frying pan and smashed it straight in the face, and it's just like a flat nose, literally just there, bang, it just drops off. Yeah, the wheels are off a Lamborghini Gallardo, but shrunk. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. That's what's happened with them. And these are off a Porsche 911 Turbo 997, and again shrunk, seriously, and shrunk. So they do actually look good. Yeah, the wheels aren't really a Lambo, and neither are the vents off a 911 Turbo, but they look very similar to a mate of mine's Lamborghini Huracan, and they actually do remind me of a 911 Turbo, the rear quarter vents. But this is like the prime version, so it's the prime premium, I believe. The spec on it is very impressive, and I'll go through that. So yeah, it's got the DRLs are up there, I believe, indicators. It hasn't got fog lights, or has it? Not that I've ever used them, no. And then obviously you get your smart badge, and the grille is actually quite funky. It's quite a snazzy looking little motor, to be fair, and there's not really a lot else to discuss on the front. Now, with these cars, actually, compared to the previous model, these cars are I believe the wheels have been pushed further back into the corners, so you get more space inside the car. Lengthwise, they are still the same. They are just, I think, a touch under 2 meters or around 2 meters in length, and it goes to show. And they can turn around, they could do a full circle, literally you're talking in 8 meters or something like that. It's something daft. Honestly, you could turn it around within 2 parking spaces. It is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. This car is it's such a good car. I actually really like this. It was, like I said, it was something that I wanted to try, and yeah, I've tried it now, and I'm not disappointed. So you get the fuel filler cap on one side and you get the vent on the other side, on the passenger side. And this is obviously the greyish, silvery grey and the white car. Weight wise, this car, believe it or not, weighs very similar to or a little bit more than an EK9 Civic Type R. It's very difficult to believe. This car is actually, they're about 1,250 kilos, which is, you wouldn't expect it. I think it looks like a car that you could just pick up and put into your pocket and take it inside your house with you. But no, they've actually got a bit of weight to them, and I suppose with it being a Mercedes, in essence, they do need safety is very, very paramount, as with most cars. And then you get these cutouts here just to keep the temperature down, because the engine is in the back here under the boot. And then you get this pea shooter of an exhaust. Honestly, this is a proper funky car. The funny thing is, the moment you go from your boot, you put something into the boot and you go to the car, and you expect to walk around quite a lot more of a distance before you get to the door. But it's quite literally, you close the boot and you're there, you're already at the door. Literally one step this way and you're already at the door. And it's a smart car. And the funny thing is, it's even got parking sensors. Like, you actually need them to actually see behind you, because when you're in the car, the back end of the car is right behind you. It is, like I said, it is a snazzy car. It's a funky car. It's nothing to break records and speed and performance, or even handling for that matter. But it is a quirky car that they're very popular, and I see why they are popular. And this was one of the itches I wanted to scratch, because I wanted to see why they are so desirable amongst people. I know the previous shape was more desirable than this, but this is still a smart car, and it's still a funky looking car with a decent spec to it. So talking of the boot, what you do actually get is a split boot. Now, the other cars that this is actually quite popular on is the Range Rover. So all in all, you get the Range Rover style split boot, you get the 911 turbo side vents, and you get the Lamborghini Huracan wheels. There you go. Don't tell me that I'm lying, because I'm not. This is exactly what this car is. It does that. And also you get like a cover for your boot, and I've got my sports bag in there with a couple of parcels I need to deliver after I've made this video. And you've still got plenty of space. They are remarkably spacious inside. You've got plenty of space to do your shopping in there. You're not going to get a pushchair or your golf clubs in there, so if you're thinking about doing that, don't bother. You're not even going to get a stroller in there, I believe, but you've got enough space in there to get a lot of your normal shopping and stuff. A few bags in there, grocery shops, perfectly fine. Yeah, they'll fit in there, no problems at all. And the engine bay is this. It's quite literally, the engine is underneath that panel there. I would show you, but there's like 6 bolt screws on there that have to take off, and it's just a 3-cylinder 1-litre engine. So nothing to, like I said, nothing to shout out about. So yeah, I'll save you guys the effort of watching the engine bay on this. And what you also get here is a hidden pocket, so you can store stuff in there. And this, I believe, can take up to maximum of 100 kilograms. You probably think the car will topple over backwards, but it won't. This is don't forget, it's a smart car. So onto the inside, you get these funky door handles, and then the door is actually pillarless, but the rear part of the glass is fixed. So you get the pillarless sort of thing going on here, which you get like very similar to the M2 pillarless doors and every other coupe. So yeah, you get the coupe sort of features there. And inside the car is, I hope the camera picks it up, this one's got leather seats, it's got heated seats, it's also got lane assist, parking sensors, stop start, and this funky snazzy looking steering wheel in the middle here, and then what you do get is your rev counter and a clock, which, yeah, I'm not too sure why done it. I suppose just to keep up with the snazzy sort of look that this car has, reputation this car has. And it's like the steering wheel is actually quite good. It's quite a good thickness. Wait for the train to go. Yeah, so the steering wheel is actually a decent thickness. It's a multi-function steering wheel, so you got, yeah, you could go through the features on there. It's got the speed limiter there, and you've also got cruise control, which you can set with these buttons here. And it's got voice command, volume up down buttons. And over onto the center, this is the Prime Premium. So what you do get is a touchscreen sat nav system and a few of the features as well. So you got your radio, digital audio, radio, phone, you know, all the usual modcon features that you get on a lot of modern cars. This has got it. And this is a 5-speed manual. I wasn't a big fan of the automatic car. So the center console on this, the heater control, should I say, there's like this little dial here. It's got a magnifying glass in the middle, and you just kind of like scoot across and you'll see what I'm saying. It magnifies the number, the temperature, until you get to the red, and then you know you're in trouble because it's roasting and it's already like 27 degrees outside. But it's also got like AC, obviously they're your heater control buttons, and for your rear screen as well, even though you could probably just reach over and give it a quick little wipe. It's got a slot here for the memory card. Now I'm guessing that is going to be for the sat nav. Yeah, TomTom, because it's gone off on the screen. No maps found. And a USB stick, USB port here. Your cigarette lighter thing there. And then it's got like this coin slot here. So just in case you want to place your coins there, even though I've got mine sitting in there. You always need them for the trolleys. You've got like a headlight leveler here, just so you don't blind people that are coming in your direction. And it's also got like a knee airbag, which is quite a snazzy thing. Don't quote me on this, but if I'm right in thinking, this car does have about 8 airbags. And then you got like a cloth. It's almost like a flocked dashboard, but that's factory. And a glove box, which is barely going to accommodate a water bottle. But then you do get this little compartment here on the side, but nothing on the driver's side here. So, well, that panel's nearly coming off. But yeah, and then what the biggest thing this car does have is, what I quite like, is the panoramic sunroof. It is a fixed roof. It's nothing, it's not a removable or opening, operating, should I say. It's not removable. It's not a functioning panoramic roof, but it is a panoramic roof nevertheless. And it's plastic, just like the door cards, the bonnet, and obviously the bumpers and stuff are plastic anyway. But this part of the car is actually metal. This is all steel or whatever it is, aluminium, whatever they make it out of. But the door cards on the outside are like an anti dent sort of plastic, so they're quite hard plastic, and well, you can see that it's literally, it flexes in. Engine, like I said, is in the back, and then you get your top up stuff over here, so you have to pull these two levers out here, this one and this one, and yeah, the bonnet opens up this way. It's a bit, it comes down like an E30 BMW, so it's like this, so from here up and fixed on this side. So because there's no space for the spare wheel sort of kit, the tool kit, what you do is you have to undo them 2 clips up here, and this panel lifts up, as you can see there, and the spare wheel, the spare wheel sort of puncher repair kit sits all behind there, and all your jack and everything else. So it's another decent sort of, I say decent, but I suppose there was nowhere else to put the thing, so it's hidden away nicely underneath the passenger footwell. So, but yeah, so what we'll do is we'll go for a quick little drive in this thing, and you'll see what I'm saying. These are a snazzy, funky car, and I can see, honestly, after driving this around for a little while, I can actually see why they are very popular cars. To be fair, these newer ones are worth a little bit more, but saying that, the older shape, later models are still worth, you know, some of them are even £7,000, £8,000 for a previous shape. Again, they've got a market for them, and there's, you know, people that do like them more than most. and I can see why. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Subscribe to our channel, YouTube channel, Performance Lifestyles. Check us out on Instagram, and we're on Facebook as well. So, and what we'll do is we'll go for a drive, and then we'll conclude the video. Stay tuned, guys, and check it out. So then, what is this Smart for 2 like to drive? It's from most aspects, it is literally like you would have expected. You know, it's a small car, it's very nimble, it fits into some you know, really small gaps and stuff. But what you got to remember is the width of this car is still very similar to a normal, you know, hatchback sort of car. So well, it's just the length on this thing, and it honestly it's actually very good. It's actually quite a fun sort of drive, a funny sort of drive, should I say. The steering, the amount the steering wheel turns, it actually does make you feel like you're driving a 4-wheel steer car. I remember I drove a R33 GTR. Can't really compare it to a smart car, but just that's the only 4-wheel steer car I've driven, and it feels very similar to that. You kind of like, it feels very good, honestly. It's that very odd feeling. It's almost like the turn on the steering wheel is very sharp. Literally, it is actually very sharp. It's not a sports car, it's not nothing, obviously, as you're already aware, but it has got a very good turn on the steering. The feel is very good. And the funniest feeling you get is when you're going over a ramp, both of your wheels are on the ramp at the same time. So you kind of like go up and then you drop back down, whereas on a normal car, even a smaller sort of car, it's always one wheel then the other. But on this, no, you get both wheels up on the ramp at the same time. And it's yeah, it's as you'd expect, to be fair. And it is a very, very good car. Economy wise, you can get, I've been averaging about 40 miles to the gallon around town, cruising around, and I can only imagine on a bit of a run it'll probably do similar, or if not a little bit more, if you drive it sensibly. This is a 1 litre 71 brake horsepower car, so like I said, you're not going to be smashing no world records. It'll do 0 to 60 in about a week or 14 seconds, whichever comes first. And it's actually a snazzy car to drive and to own and to live with. You got enough space inside the car. I mean, I'm not far off 6 foot, you know, late 5s, and there's still plenty of space up here. And I've seen a couple of other videos of these cars, and you know, people over 6 foot, and they still fit into these cars quite comfortably. And it's literally, it's a very roomy car because it's quite tall. The only obviously thing with these is they're short. The width is the same, the height is similar to normal cars. And I say normal cars, normal, yeah, these aren't very normal cars. No, I don't think they are. They're good cars. I'm not slating them, but they're not quite normal. They stand out. Hence why a lot of these were used for marketing for businesses and stuff. Wrap them in their company things and promote the business, and because they are eye-catching cars. But yeah, to drive it's very, very good. It's got enough power, enough go in the car, should I say. I don't even feel like saying power. It's got enough go in the car to get you out of a sticky situation, as long as you're not too stuck. But you know, it's got a gear shift indicator as well, so it lets you know to drive it in the most economical way. It almost feels like the car's going to topple over, but they won't. This is exactly how they were designed. And what you got to remember is, it is Mercedes-Benz behind this whole thing. So, and they do know how to make a good car. With the engine being right behind you, you'd expect a lot more noise inside the car, but it's fairly quiet. I think that plate that they put there does a very good job of deadening the sound, which is what it's supposed to do, and obviously protection from the heat and stuff. But it does a good job, I'd say. I mean, I've got the windows closed, air conditioning on, which is one of the features of this car. It's got AC, and like I mentioned, it's also got lane assist, stop start, ABS, traction control, cruise control. Why would you not want to buy a smart car and you can just park it literally wherever you want to park it? I know they're a bit too long, believe it or not, even to park it head on towards the pavement, the footpath, but you can literally stick them wherever. So if you ever considered buying a smart car, you've already realize you don't need more than one extra person in the car, then get yourselves a smart car, because yeah, you won't be let down by them. They're a fairly reliable car. There's a lot of them out there that have actually done quite a lot of mileage. They've done quite, 80, 90, 100,000 miles on a 6-7 year old car, and they're still running perfectly fine. I still genuinely cannot get over the fact of how sharp the steering is on these cars. And it does give you, like I've mentioned, that four-wheel steer sort of feel, because the wheels are literally right behind you. Because you could touch the back screen of this car from sitting in the driver's seat. That's how small they are. If you want one of these to get noticed, or if you want to promote something after you've wrapped your car, then yeah, even the newer shaped smart cars are still up to the job. The previous ones have been doing it for many, many years, and they're probably still one of the most popular cars to advertise your business or. But these, yeah, I'd say they're still up to the job. Very much so. Now, this street here is actually about as wide as a normal street. So let's see if we can spin the car around without doing a 3-point turn. Blitzed it. Absolutely blitzed it. 3-point turns are a thing of the past if you've got yourselves a smart car. Honestly, 3-point turns are just, whoa, they're so yesterday. You'll get plenty of enjoyment out of one of these. This won't get you adrenaline pumping or nothing like that, but it'll give you plenty of joy, plenty of fun driving one of these cars about. And at the same time, it's a bit of a funky car, so, and I think it's an itch that yeah, if you've got that itch, to scratch it, because I think you won't be disappointed. They're a snazzy car, funky car, with all the mod cons of most modern day cars. Oh, pothole. Ooh. That's another problem as well nowadays. Potholes are everywhere. You can't bloody escape the things. And saying that, potholes, road tax and stuff, this is free road tax as well. So not only do you get cheap insurance, cheap economy, you actually get free road tax with a smart car. So get yourselves a smart car, people. Right, I'm going to conclude the video on that note. I think I've discussed what I needed to discuss, review what I needed to review on this car. So I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Performance Lifestyles. Check us out on Instagram, performance_lifestyles. And we're on Facebook as well, Performance Lifestyles. And if you'd like your car featured, drop us an email, pflifestyle@hotmail.com, and we will be more than happy to accommodate. And if you want to see some performance car reviews, we've got plenty of performance cars up on our channel, ranging from M-Power cars, M3s, M4s, M2, RSs, AMGs. There's quite a few AMGs on there actually. So, and a lot of Japanese performance content. So do check them out. There's plenty of stuff on there for everybody to like. I hope anyway. And yeah, so as per usual, guys, stay safe, and we will catch you on the next video.